Okay, today we are going to discuss about unemployment issue in South Africa. The main discussion is the population in South Africa and the economic background. How to overcome the problem? So we are going to use the interest rate, discount rate, open market operation and legal reserve requirement.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and salam sejahtera. My name is Amar Hekal, and in this particular part, I'll be explaining the background of South Africa. I wouldn't be taking up too much time since all the gritty details will be explained by my team members further. South Africa, currently experiencing cost-push inflation, has had significant fluctuations in GDP performance over the past few decades. The country's GDP growth has been influenced by various factors, including political changes, global economic conditions, and domestic policies. Now, when it comes to the population of South Africa, females constituted 51% of the total population, while 48.5% were males. A significant proportion of the population is young, with about 30% under the age of 15 and 65% under the age of 35. The youthful population can be an asset if adequately harnessed through education and employment opportunities, contributing to economic growth and innovation. When it comes to South Africa's economy, the key sectors include mining, which is the mining of minerals such as gold, platinum, and diamonds, and then manufacturing contribute to 14% of South Africa's economy, and the least amount of contributor, agriculture, which at 2%. Other than that, services including finance, real estate, tourism, and so on contribute the most significant part to GDP of South Africa, which contribute to 70%. Okay, when it comes to import and exports, the country is a major exporter of minerals and metals. Like I said before, they export gold, platinum, coal, and iron ore. Other significant export include machinery, vehicles, and agricultural products such as citrus fruit and wine. Key export partners include China, the United States, Germany, and Japan. In terms of imports, South Africa imports machinery, chemicals, petroleum products, and manufactured goods. Major import partners are China, Germany, and the United States, including India.
Next, I will analyze the 10 years of unemployment data based on the diagram given. As you can see, the unemployment rate between 2013 and 2016 is persistently high, which reflects deep-rooted structural issues in the economy. In 2013, the unemployment rate was 22.04% and it increased to 22.61% in 2014. The unemployment rate persistently increased up until 2016 to 24.02%. High unemployment can relate to slow economic growth in South Africa and limited the capacity of the economy to create new jobs. The other reasons for high unemployment because of structural issues in labor market. There was a significant mismatch between the skills possessed by job seekers and the skills demanded by employers. Many job seekers lack the necessary education or vocational training to meet the requirements of available jobs. However, based on the data, you can see the unemployment rate in 2017 had decreased to 23.99% and made an annual change of negative 0.03% from 2016. Since South Africa also faced youth unemployment, the country has done many youth employment programs to target the needs of young job seekers. With high-quality education and technology-facilitated training, it can show a positive response to overcome the unemployment issue.
In 2019, the unemployment rate was increased by 1.32%. This is because almost a million unemployment people lack of skill due to poor education and training system. Because of this, the company is unable to pay them the required salaries. In 2020, the unemployment rate was decreased. So this shows that the government already taken action by lowering the income tax and altering the policy, which could be more controversial to all the people in the country. This is because government want to encourage the low-income worker to entering the labor market. In 2021, the unemployment rate in South Africa is the highest because of the pandemic COVID-19. This is happened because of low economic activity and there is a lower demand for goods and services around the world. To maintain the company financial, a lot of companies choose to fire employees to cover their expenses.
Interest rate. From 2012 until 2014, the rate increased from 5% to 5.75%. In 2018, the rate still increasing to 6.75%. The rate decreased to 6.5% in 2019, but it increased again with 7% in 2022. The SARB, the South African Reserve Bank, take responsibility of setting the interest rate and implementing monetary policy to achieve price stability and sustainable economic growth. The interest rate take important role in shaping business, investment decision and profitability. When the interest rate become low in South Africa, it helps the company to have decreased the cost of borrowing capital. It can upgrade equipment, expand operation and invest new project. Because the company can invest in new project, they need more labor. It also can increase the potential return on investment and improve business profitability. When the company need more labor, it can lead the job creation and make rate of unemployment become lower in South Africa. Discount rate. Discount rate can refer to the repo rate, which is 7% in 2022. Discount rate is a cost of borrowing from the central bank. It's a major indicator of the policy that pursued by the Reserve Bank. When the discount rate low in South Africa, it can affect the interest rate and can encourage banks to lend more money from the Federal. The rate will make businesses and consumers to make more loan in the future that make money supply increase, but the importantly, the rate make unemployment rate decreasing. It's because the company get loan to make new invest for new project that need more labor and demand. Because of the new project, the company will open job creation to the public because they need many workers to involve in that project.
Open market operation (OMO) is a term that refers to the purchases and the sales of Federal Reserve, such as government securities, short-term bonds, and treasury bills. The Federal conduct open market operation (OMO) to inject liquidity in money supply. South Africa on year 2020 is 8.5% and it keep increasing until current time year of 2020 with 10.5%. We also use intraday overnight supplement repurchase operation (IOSRO) to improve the market liquidity. Legislation, the interest rate will be decreased to encourage the progress of organization, business activity and growth. As a result, it will be able to control the business cycle and reduce economic shock. Therefore, increasing the purchasing powers of individual and firm can make it easier to start business and hire workers, resulting in reducing the unemployment. Legal reserve requirement is a certain amount of money that the commercial bank have to keep in the central bank. By setting this reserve requirement, central bank can influence the amount of money that bank can lend out. During 1980s, South African Reserve Bank (SARB) has required the reserve requirement for commercial bank amounting to under 1% of total liabilities. Payment in interest rate keep rising over a couple of years to 1% and double to 2% of total liability. In 2020, the rate is 2.5% of bank total liability that has been set by South African Reserve Bank without any changes that remain applicable since 1998. The Reserve Bank (SARB) has maintained a liquidity shortage in the money market, which ensures that banks have to refinance their daily requirement as the SARB. It is important for SARB to control and monitor economic growth by adjusting to the situation of the economy at the time. The lower rate of reserve requirement, the better to encounter the increase in unemployment. Of the low rate will allow the commercial bank to have more capital to raise cash sources, which will increase the ability of the commercial bank to provide loans and lead to a boost in the money supply.
In conclusion, South Africa has a long history of encountering unemployment problems and struggles with high unemployment rates exceeding 30%, which is among the highest in the world up until now. The unemployment issue in South Africa is often related to slow economic growth and GDP growth rates failing to keep pace with the growing labour force. These problems were made worse by the COVID-19 pandemic, which resulted in the worst economic performance in decades in 2020. In addition, the South Africa Reserve Bank (SARB) has conducted monetary policy to overcome this issue, and it plays a significant role by creating an environment conducive to economic growth and job creation. A favorable environment for job creation can be created by lowering interest rates, adjusting reserve requirements, conducting open market operations, and managing the discount rate.